3. We're debating on whether or not the night clock is working right now. Well, I mean, the numbers are going up and down, so...
We already have 1 million
So,
people
like, the hospital numbers are going down, but the, like, infection rates are going up, so, I don't know, like, you can see for yourself that... Honestly, it's probably just, like, recent. Like, the hospital rates are probably going to go up later down the road, anyway. They were down, the numbers went down a little bit, but they're probably gonna go up again with, like, the infection rates. But at this point, it's like, you know, night clock, you can, like, literally introduce every single thing in the fucking book. It's not gonna do anything anymore. Like, people are just gonna do whatever the fuck they want now at this point.
Yeah.
Especially when you also mentioned that we might not even be able to vote. Like, what the fuck? Do you think people are gonna listen at you at that point?
We know you're illegitimate at this point and useless in terms of what you're trying to do. Well, in any case, they succeeded. They filled their mission successfully. I can say that much.
Anyway, are you guys ready for battle CDs?
Oh yeah. Time deals are shitty Pokemon against legendaries, I see.
So this felt like I've got 2 battle CDs that I wanted to do because...
Alright, continue. Continue. It's like
because they give you some important items and shit. Now, you have like A and B. A is like we take the side of Lugia and Ho-Oh against the Latios. This one is pretty easy. But the side with Latios and Latios is literally luck based. Like, you just need to get lucky. I swear to God, it's fucking bullshit. I don't remember what it was. It's like, I need to like target like Ho-Oh first or something. And just hope that one of them doesn't take us down. And then you have to hope that you take down Lugia at some point. Like, it's bullshit. It is such fucking nonsense. Like, look, like, this here is nonsense.
You don't have substitute now, it's such a safeguard. Let's fucking work with that one. Or you could use Memento and like ruin somebody's stats.
Yeah, but then I die.
Yeah, I know.
It's not gonna do, and I tried, Ennis, I tried. There's a lot of things I tried before I got to this result.
I see. How the hell is Latios recovering so much HP?
Because I click recover.
Does he have recover? I guess it's going a bit fast, so I didn't notice.
Yeah, I'm using recover. And that's literally, you literally just have to hope that he doesn't quit you or anything like that. That was just luck based. Just fuck this. I got a max revive for it though. Ooh. What I kinda came here for. That's what max revives. Anyway, now it's time for the, you know.
Time to just get a lot more items out of it for the fuck of it.
Yeah, it's time for the montage. Oh wait. This team is from Genshin Impact. I think it's the final boss team for Genshin Impact. There's like 3 phases too, so it's like 3 teams.
Right.
So.
Oh look. You wanna know? Oh, right, you can switch Pokemons. Man, what a fantastic team setup you have for this one.
So, what else was there to talk about? Because I have more things, but I'm just so kind of... I always keep forgetting things to talk about when I get to the stream. And then after the stream is done, I was like, oh right! Alright, this is also fucking luck-based as fuck. Like, you just have to hope to quit. I have to, like, constantly use Sword Stance and then hope you quit at some point. It's fucking stupid.
It is.
Anyway, what was I doing? I was playing Atelier Reisa. You can swim in that game now, it's pretty cool.
Cool.
A lot of things are going, like, oh yeah, there's some really nice details too in like the Atelier Reisa 2 where, you know, actually when it rains the characters actually become completely fucking drenched. Like you can see Reisa's white clothes becoming like more see-through because of how white, because you know, the rain.
We have to censor that.
Oh fuck. Anyway. So, yeah, there's that, and then there's like the like. What I find cool about the rain though is that when the rain is done, it isn't like everything is dry. Like you get this like after effect where everything is still kind of wet from the rain for like a few hours in the game. pretty fucking cool. I like the detail. I say hours, I mean like in-game hours, by the way, just so you know.
Right. Woo!
Also, fucking the soundtrack is really fucking good in Atelier Rising too. Like, I'm liking it more than the first game. In the first game had a pretty good soundtrack too, but the second game is some like, man, there's some fucking like head popping themes. Nice. Especially like there's like city area and shit. It's like this really cool theme. Also, man, fucking Tao, like it was like the Shota in the first game, and the second game is like a fucking like man assassin motherfucker. Like holy shit. It went from like wimpy kid like mage character to like fucking assassin with 2 daggers. 2 long ass daggers. And it's like a level up fucking animation's badass as fuck too. Like it just fucking like throws his knives down and has this fucking wind blast effect because of how strong he has become. It's like Jesus Christ, what happened? He fucking worked out in those 2 years.
In the meantime, in America, they regulated so that women can finally wear lipstick and all that nonsense.
Oh, I can finally do makeup.
Finally do like, makeup in the military.
What's it? Why does this like like I can see it maybe as a pet peeve. It's like because makeup is a lot of things, right? And it's all just like the simple stuff. But it's also just kind of like, well, why does this? What? You're here to fight a fucking war. You're gonna fucking be covered in the fucking dirt at some point too. It's like, why the fuck does it matter?
I heard something.
And you know what? I'm not even gonna blame like, oh, it's because the women in the military wanted that. Because I don't actually know if they wanted that. I don't know if they actually complained about it. It's always like, when it comes to those things, it's always like, who actually complained about this though?
Yeah. What was it called again? I've actually heard that in the case of women, apparently, they're not even put into the front lines. Because why would you?
Yeah, they die instantly.
No, it's not dying instantly per se. It's like everybody dies. It's like, still, it's like the best way to make this example, right? Is like women, in terms of physical strength, they may be able to carry the same weight, but they will slow down the rest of the party, basically.
Right.
And it's like, I'm sorry to say this, it just doesn't make it any better to have women in the army.
I actually don't understand why you don't have just women snipers. They're probably better at that position.
Yeah, unless the boobs hurt.
Now see, the boobs make it easier.
Yeah. It's like, honestly, I'm on the fucking point. It's like, it's like, I'm fine with the fucking office jobs, but I'm not sure if anything else is worth it.
They want to fight, it's fine, you know, I don't give a shit. I don't, like, yeah, they should have the right to be able to fight for their country, right? It's fair.
Yeah,
I think even weaklings should be allowed to fight if they want to.
The thing is that the army also has, like, you know, the whole thing with the entry exam and all that, right?
Right.
Where men have to do certain physical activity.
Yeah, to me it's like if you can pass the exam, the exam, it's fine, right?
Yeah, and it's like
if you're men or women.
And for women, they of course lowered the fucking numbers. So they could...
Well, did they lower it, or did they talk about lowering it? Because I think they're more advocate for lowering it, but I don't know if it actually happened yet.
Some places have actually lowered it. Other places have made a middle ground with the men and female score, and all this. But yeah, there has been lowering going on for the women.
But yeah, if it's like, if you have to lower something for a group of people and then they go, yeah, but the women is strong, it's like, it doesn't really make sense, does it?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm in the boat of, like, if I want any female soldiers, gonna be Amazonas.
Basically.
Yeah, I want Amazonas women and strong men, because let's be real here, not every man gets into the entry exam of, like, the military.
Obviously.
It's like, in my case, maybe I'm gonna get in, but this guy that's like 50 kilos heavier, like 150 kilos, can't get into the army because he's too fucking heavy.
I probably can't even get into, like, I'm probably not gonna go into the army too because I'm autistic. Apparently, you know, you don't really get into the army position too. You might get an office position or like a position behind the computer.
No, I'm fucking fine with it if women go to the office position, but yeah, that's it. That's actually fine. Anybody can get into the office position, but when it comes to training, military training, no, I need the best fucking alpha million.
Yeah, you need, like, there needs to be, like, at least the standard of, like, strength so you don't, like, die instantly on the battlefield. And I would think, like, the only other thing you could do potentially is, like, sniper precision.
Yeah.
Because the whole point is that you don't actually fight that much, you just kind of make sure you don't get, like, notice that you take the shot, and when you do take a shot, you move around quickly.
Yeah, you basically back support in most
So basically,
cases.
the training session with Door should be about moving around quickly rather than too much physical strength, I guess. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Then again, who knows what the sniper carries, right?
Ah, that's the next phase of the team. Or is that... No, that's fucking Garuda. It's Garuda!
Wow. I love Garuda's team.
But I thought when I was doing like designing the music, I was like, I want to do some teams that we've already been... Of like games that I recently played. What did I recently play? I was like, oh right, Garuda. Awesome team.
Oh yeah. Man, I was like, I listened back to like Titan's team, right? And once we get to the fucking heavy metal part, I'm loving it too. It's like
it's funny out of some of the best teams I like later on in the game.
Yeah. Ifrit's one though is probably for me the minst.
It's more. I feel like Ifrit's one is more typical.
Yeah. But there's like Titan and Garuda goes with like fucking metal music and everything. This one goes with the electric guitar and shit. Love it.
Also, this is an amazing beginning too.
Oh man, you remember God Shedding Star from Fire Emblem Treehouse, right?
Yeah.
Some actual music producer fucking listened to the song and he was in complete love with it.
You mean this team?
No, the God Shedding Star from Treehouse. Remember the one with that sounded like boss theme?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just which producer? The one that's making all those YouTube videos, like yeah, music producer reacts to.
Yes. If it, you could probably have like the point. Is he really a music producer though? Who knows? But in any case, this.
I want to send him this team instead. I want to send him this team. That was fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, I love this team too. Fucking music is great.
You know, one thing I just watched like Amelia's stream of like a fan game, and apparently she gets distracted by the music of the game, so she can't really play it that well. But I guess Amelia's like one of those people also that just listens to the fucking music of all the games she plays.
Oh yeah. Fucking love music.
And you know, music is always such a good thing.
It really is.
Poison versus grass type. Oh no, I just fucking fought him. Okay.
I mean, this one seems to be difficult.
And it's fucking it's more like you don't know what you're getting. And you don't want to be stuck with a shitty Pokemon. The later ones are more difficult though, because they have some Pokemon where if you don't have the right counter for it, you can't fucking win.
Jeez.
And it's always like a bit of a dick move, because like it's always near at the end where you realize that it's like, oh fuck this. Like for example, you have the one like bingo card with all the flying types. One of them is fucking Mentime, but it's barely any fucking Pokemon that can kill Mentime with like the special defense shit.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, so you really should just catch Mentime, or else you can't fucking win the bingo card. And I realized that at the fucking end, so I had to do the whole part all over again.
Oh, you're getting dangerously close. Oh no, it actually won't. That's nice.
So the lolly VTuber apparently is gonna like debut on Valentine's Day.
Alright then.
3D model is actually recently been finished apparently.
Ah. That's right.
Let's pray to her for good fucking like debut streaming luck or whatever.
Basically. Yeah man, I just realized it's like, look at that, it's Valentine's Day, but couples can't even go to each other's homes.
New video. The man who lives off a diet comprised solely of fried chicken. Terrifying. Man, I hate there's one thing I don't like about winter is just the fact that if I want to get some food, like walk over towards the place to get food, it's gonna get fucking super cold by the end of when I go back home.
Right.
The thing is as well is that ordering food is also another problem, because the only place I would probably Besides Qualitaria, if I don't want to order Qualitaria, I want to order something else, and it's gonna cost a lot of fucking money for no fucking good reason. And if I get a coupon for it, from Uber, I might get a coupon from Uber Eats, but it's like, Uber Eats is shit, fuck Uber Eats. You know what happened, I got fucking scammed. Fuck that shit. And the only other place I would love to go to is Verhagen, but you know, even though that's like the closest area to me, because Burger King is close enough, I guess, but it's just that getting there, walking there can be sometimes kind of difficult compared to like the straight line that is like, you know, the fucking place where a bunch of shops are at. Not that bad as during the snowstorm, fuck me, right?
I like how there's an echo effect also going on in the Garuda team.
In the what?
In the Garuda team. There's some points that there's also this echo effect going on.
Yes?
Like, as if somebody's, you know, when someone is like blowing into the flute or something.
A breathing effect?
When you blow into the flute and you hear like this echo effect.
Breathing ASMR.
I guess so. So like, what is actually the reward for doing these bingo shit?
The poker coupons. But,
right,
you know, like you get more of them here than you get from the fucking Mount Battle anyway, so that's why you often do them.
And then use them for like what's called relearning and shit.
Move relearning or just learning some new, getting some TMs, because you also get some other items. You also get some competitive battling items like the choice band and the choice specs and all that stuff.
Alright.
Honestly, if I were to do like the competitive thing, it is like post game, I'd definitely give like nurturing the choice bands, like all this shit, choice band earthquake. Fuck. You know, good, they tell me to fall, but there's like literally no place to fall. It doesn't make more sense for Titan to say, now fall. If you're going to.
Nah, in his case it's under the weight.
Man. Well, fuck you. But seriously though, fuck Titan.
Yeah, okay. You know, Titan Heart is fine, but nah, it's like, I agree, it's
I think I want to see what Pokemon I could catch or something like that.
The best bet was, I guess, not really shit.
Alright, I need something for Spoink, because Spoink is being a bitch, the son of a bitch, right? That's for the only bug type available.
Yeah, you could also have gone for shit ninja, which you did, but maybe you didn't have a ball or something.
Nah, I wasn't sure whether I didn't want to catch a bug type at the time. But then I saw Spoink, I was like, ah, fuck this.
Such a nice thing, though.
I love Fire Emblem music. Fire Emblem 3000 music. I love this opening theme too. Man, imagine just making a bunch of kind of mech games for like a while on the 3DS and suddenly coming back with a fucking amazing game that everyone loves.
I know, right?
Like, and I mean everyone, even like the anti-waifu people of the game.
How dare they?
Yeah. Honestly, there's always been a difference between like people that like love the waifu culture and are part of like the deep culture and just have fun with games, and there's like all people that want, they're like, oh no, this game needs to be a 10 out of 10, or else it's the worst game ever. Yeah. How dare people just have fun. And unfortunately, some companies that don't seem to understand that their audience is the fun, deep waifu culture people, and not the other people that just like, you know, don't give a fuck about your games because it's too deep.
Yeah. I fucking hate that sometimes. It's like when you know when the company doesn't know what its audience is, I hate that shit. Right. Because no matter how much you try to like,
I think it's like this one person going hey, yeah, I don't think censorship is that bad of a thing. Like one of the like executives or something like that, right? And it's like, okay, you may not think that, but what does your audience think? Have you asked?
Exactly, have you?
Like, where's the poll? You know, it's always like, no, we need to do this for the wider audience. Okay, does the wider audience want this? Where's the poll?
Where's the poll?
There's the poll. How do you know this?
That's why I always say that. It's like, you really not actually try and reach your audience. Why is it that? And then the worst part is that there's always these people that work in like marketing or something that think they know their audience. No, you don't.
And there's always like the idea of the wider audience. But the wider audience is always such a fucking scam. Because, yeah, like let's say, like often you never get the wider audience. You just get less people buying the game, or you do get a wider audience, but your games will forever be known as being mediocre to most of the people.
Exactly.
And even if, yeah. And eventually, it might not be the first game, right? Like, the first game might be good for the wider audience, but eventually those games are gonna be mediocre over time.
Yeah.
Hey, for example, right? Like, Capcom right now, it's pretty good for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then they get like very more for the wider audience shit with all the games, so now the games are starting to become more kinda, yeah, it was okay. I guess the Evil 3 actually was considered okay by most people. Just like, yeah, but it didn't really have the same magic as like the second game, you know?
Yeah.
Eggman 11 was also kind of fun, but you know, then again, that was still fun. I enjoyed the Eggman 11 though. Honestly, it's just that the idea that they're trying to go woke or something like that, and you know, like you have the mommy vampire, whatever, the big tits vampire lady, I guess, cool, but I don't know. It feels more like a distraction.
Yeah. It's like, for me, it's like Monster Hunter World was like a fun game, and like it has its difficult things going on and shit. But like the fucking character creation feels like a bit off, for example. Like you want to play a female character, you don't even look that good at times.
Right.
As one of the wild examples, right?
Why don't they understand that if you want to play a female character, you just want to look good? You know, I think if a guy would suddenly be turned into a girl, they suddenly would like care about their appearance.
Yeah. Then again, mate, it's like when I play a fucking game, I care more about the appearance of that game than anything else.
That is true too, right? Like when I play a game, it's like, yeah, this armor gives me better stats, but man, it looks ugly. You've got to fucking keep the shitty stat armor.
Do you think that I went and spent like millions of gills, or at least 1.7 million of gil on glamour on a male character?
I think with fashion nowadays, it's like for guys, it's like always simple shit, and we don't really give a fuck too much. We don't even look that good in real life anyway, so who cares? But in like a video game, we can look pretty fucking cool, and you know, what's in fashion is just badass armor and badass clothes. What the fuck? Like, of course we've gotta fucking go spend extra money to like. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
If they had like medieval clothing in real life and it was in fashion, I would fucking go like spend extra money to get fucking the most badass fucking cloak possible. I would definitely get a badass fucking cloak or badass armor.